What's up, man? It's your boy Jay Lee coming to make a video. I wanted to address a topic that I don't really hear get addressed a lot or covered, at least not extensively. And I wanted to put my 2 cents in, man. That topic is not topic, but the debate about who was more influential out of Nipsey Hussle and Draco the Ruler. Hands down, I think Nipsey is the more influential in LA than Draco. Rest in peace to both of them. But if you think about it, Nipsey had more influence because you look at it right now, man. Like, I mean, let's say this: a lot of people's argument why they think Draco is more influential than Nip is because you got a lot, and I mean a lot of artists like EBK, all the EBKs, all the niggas, and Slowby and Briss, Blue Bucks Clan. You got a lot of artists that mimicked Draco's style. I'll give them that. They got a lot of rappers that rap like Draco. A lot of people hear these artists, they don't even know that they got that style from Draco. And as far as that goes, yeah, that's he had a lot of influence. You know what I'm saying? But my counter to that is it wasn't difficult to mimic Draco. It's extremely difficult to mimic Nipsey because he was that unique. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to look at numbers, let's take it by facts. You want to look at numbers. Obviously, Nip had more of a I ain't gonna say commercial friendly, but he rubbed shoulders with a lot of connected people like DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled, Jay Z, Meek. I mean, everybody knew Nip. Draco didn't have that, but which makes me give him more props because he did get to like a level of notoriety. I mean, the man had a song with Drake, fresh out of prison. I don't know if Draco was signed or who he was signed to, but I mean that's a big accomplishment. I mean, Nipsey had a song with Drake too, but this was before Drake was Drake. I mean, Drake was still big then, but not as big as he is now. Draco locked that in. But if you look at the numbers, Nipsey obviously had more streams and album sales. You know, I mean, be honest, I think Draco just had a lot of mixtapes, which I mean, to be fair, Nip did too. I think Victory Lap is his only like studio album, like actual album under a major label. However, if you want to just get away from the numbers, if you look at the influence, like I said, you got a lot of artists that sound like Draco, want to rap like Draco, act like Draco. You know, the awful lot of cough syrup. I know that's not Draco's brand, but that was easily something that he like catapulted into the rap culture, and that was like nationally. Like you see people wearing that shit from the East Coast to South, Midwest, etc. But I say that to say you got to look at when you look at influence, you got to look at Nip's influence as far as that Crenshaw brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that Stink Team brand compared to the Marathon brand, that Crenshaw brand, bro. Like it's not close. It's really not close. I mean, I'm just speaking facts. I'm not even going into who rap better, who make better songs. I'll get there, but if you look at that, I mean, that's just facts, bro. When you look at the actual influence of like the clothing brand, the merch, the brand, like the Marathon OG, the Marathon clothing, the Puma collabs, you know, Stink Team, like itself, like they clothing brand, I feel like is really only heavy. It's heaviest in LA or like surrounding areas. You get what I'm saying? But like I said, I attribute a lot of the success of Awful Lot of Call Syrup to Draco and the Stink Team. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I feel like people started really jocking that shit when they seen Draco wearing it, which is why he was like probably the biggest sponsor for Awful Lot of Call Syrup. Now, let's move on from the influence. Well, now there's one more thing I wanted to touch on. Yeah, you got a lot of artists that I don't know if I spoke on it already, but you got a lot of artists that rap like Draco, and that could easily be reason why you want to say that he's more influential because you got so many youngins trying to rap like him. But like I said, Draco's easier to mimic. That whole nervous, raspy, whisper rap, that's easier to mimic. Nip ain't easy to mimic. I'm pretty sure, like, if he was, people would do it. You know, because Nip was like that much. You know, he was that unique. Now, moving on to impact. Let's just look at what took place after their death. Both of them were murdered. You know, sadly. I mean, that's neither here nor there as far as how they got murdered. But I mean, still, like whenever an artist that you got love for gets murdered in cold blood like that, it resonates with you, whether you know them personally or not. And I'm just saying that to say that the impact, obviously, they streams and their numbers go up, but Nip's impact. You look at Nip's funeral, and then you look at Draco's funeral. Like I said, Nip had more celebrity status as far as like who he knew and who liked him, who he rubbed shoulders with, and I think that you know, I mean, they funerals don't determine who was like. I mean, I feel like they funerals determine like who had more impact. And obviously Draco having beef with like who he had beef with a lot of dudes, bro. So like obviously his funeral ain't gonna be open to the public. It ain't gonna be as much love there, or versus Nip that was kind of like just globally loved. But like I said, we're gonna stick to L.A. who had more impact and influence, in LA. So, like I said, you look at the funerals, they kind of let you know where LA stood with them, bro, because you look at Draco's funeral, it's like a select few people that were even allowed to go there. And I'm pretty sure if it was an open event, there'd been a lot more people there, but you look at Nipsey's funeral was probably since Michael Jackson, bro, like one of the biggest like funerals for artists. And I mean, man, the man had Stevie Wonder perform at his, had Stevie Wonder perform at his funeral, bro. Stevie Wonder, that's a household name. That's not like Snoop Dogg household, and even though Snoop paid his respects too, but like Stevie Wonder different, bro. Stevie Wonder wrote hits for Michael Jackson, bro. Like this is a big deal. The Obamas, I don't care what you say, bro. We don't care if he in office or not, bro. That's the president. We look at him like that. That's presidential royalty right there. Sending his blessings out, heartfelt message out to Nip's family. to his funeral and letting his presence be felt. I mean, Nip got the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He also got you know, got a Grammy. Obviously after his death, but I don't like that whole like, oh, he only got it because he died. Like, nah, I think Nip's death opened up a lot of people's eyes and ears to him and realized that what they was missing out on. Versus Draco, I feel like he gained some new fans, but it's mainly his like OG fans that are like holding him down. That are bumping his music still and stuff like that. Versus Nip, I feel like Nip being, you know, such an inspiring speaker and artist that people that didn't know about him or they knew about him but they didn't, they didn't do their research. It just opened up they Nipsey gained new fans through his death. So I mean, look, you just gotta look at it like this, bro. Like, when you look at the death, the impact after death, this is why I say I feel like Nip also has more impact. You gotta look at the what took place after their death. How did their legacy carry on? And I feel like they both have they brother in they corner that's pushing their legacy. Draco got Ralphie still holding Stink Team together, pushing the music, keeping the truth alive, as they say. And Nip, Black Nip having Black Sam, he's still pushing. You get what I'm saying? He's still pushing the whole brand. And you gotta look at it like this, bro. Like that Marathon Burger, bro. Like they opened like 3 or 4 of them, like in the L.A. and Long Beach and Venice area. So, and these grand openings, bro. You got people coming like out the woodworks to support, bro. After that shooting that just happened, yeah. After some niggas acted ignorant, man, Stevie Wonder still pulled up to show support. Man, J. Cole just pulled up to go help cook. Black Sam wasn't even there, I don't think. 50 Cent son just showed up. Jada Kiss and Joe Budden, or not Joe Budden, but Fat Joe just showed up. Gilly and Wallow, like this is the brand itself. It's not. It's all filled and powered by Nip. His name, bro. That the whole how they just changed. They made the Nipsey Hustle Plaza, I think it's called. Yeah, man. Hey, hey, it is what it is, bro. Now that's just and they about to open up one in New York. So I think Nipsey is by far more influential in LA. More, he had more impact, before and after his death. And Draco the Ruler, I feel like he's a unique artist in his own right. He definitely started a wave, bro. Him, O3 Greedo, Shoreline Mafia, all them, that whole wave, bro, is untouchable. It'll never be, they'll never have another one. They'll never have another one. Honestly, I think they're the last ones to come out of LA that actually like made a difference. That's why it sucks that like Draco died, because I feel like he was the spearhead of all of that. Shoreline Mafia, O3, all of them. I feel like Draco was the spearhead of all that. So I mean, hey, as far as like who rap better, me personally, bro, I'm a Nip fan, bro, but I'm just trying to spit facts. I'm not trying to go off based off opinion, but my opinion, I'll leave y'all with this. I honestly think he's more. I think he's a better artist. I think he raps better than Draco. Draco is unique. It's just me, since I'm like a hip hop head. I appreciate like lyrics, like connections, like real, like actual raps, like the rhyme schemes. Draco's rhyme scheme is too unique for me personally, which is why I like the way Nip raps better, and I like what he raps about. I mean the whole. I mean, I think what Draco said. I think Draco said some. I ain't finna fight no nigga. I'm gonna leave him dead in the streets with his iPhone 7. I was like, nigga, what? The fuck? And it sounded cool though. It sounded fly, but it's like, all right, bro. Like I see what he doing. That's what made Draco Draco though. He got his own style. He got his own flow. But Nip, I just feel like Nip shit resonated with me and a lot of other people. I feel like Nip music resonated with. I feel like every generation. I don't see people in their 40s, late 30s, even maybe late 30s, but 40s plus. I don't see them hearing Draco and like gaining a new fan. Like Nip, I feel like you in your 40s, bro. Like you enjoy rap still, or you enjoy like rapping. I feel like he gonna Nipsey could still Nipsey could still gain new fans, even if he like a you know, 40-year old. You know what I'm saying? But no shade to Draco. R.I.P. to that man, bro. I met him. Me and my girl caught a flight, nigga. Nigga, like, bruh, hop. Like, we went through hell to get on the flight, bro, because nigga, we wanted to do the meet and greet with bruh, and that nigga had did some bullshit where he just made. He said the meet and greet was gonna be before the show, so we don't even think we got enough time to make it to our hotel and get dressed and then come like nah, nigga. And then we did all that, didn't shower, none of that shit. I mean, we weren't musty or nothing, but like we didn't get dressed up like that. We were dressed but not dressed up how we wanted. Nigga, and then come to find out this motherfucker was gonna do the meet and greet after the show after all, bro. But that's how much we wanted to do the meet and greet with bro. So like I don't want anybody thinking that I don't fuck with Draco. I fuck with Draco heavy, bro. I love that man music. But we all got our favorite. But like I said, I'm not doing opinion based, bro. I was just doing just fact. I feel like that's not something. I feel like that's something that people don't acknowledge because I feel like they fan bases are heavy and they both super influential in LA and California. But I feel like a lot of people have never really had that deep dive into who was more influential and who had more impact. Like who was the man in LA out of them two. But that's it. That's it, y'all. That's all I was want to put in my 2 cents. This is my first video. I'm doing doing like little reactions, and I'm probably gonna start doing reactions and just giving my thoughts on certain stuff. It's my new video, so, my first video doing so. But yeah, man, yeah, get up with y'all.